Welcome to the Kayak Bass Connection podcast. Hey, this is episode 40. I can't believe we made 40 episodes out of this little project that wasn't supposed to last more than a couple months. So here we are at episode 40, but we have another great group of anglers to interview. We're going to concentrate on the Southern Illinois Kayak Club Tournament Trail stop just last weekend in middle of July, Cedar Lake, the home of the Giants. And boy, did the Giants turn out for some people. So I am very happy to welcome a very unique top three finishers here. So Dalton Williams finished at the top of the heap, number one, with 92 3/4 inches. Pretty amazing performance again, Dalton.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing.
He is amazing. Just to tell you, I mean, this is crazy. This is the third club tournament that he's won in a row. Third in a row. I think Dalton, has there been somebody match that? But I don't know if anybody surpassed it. Did
no.
Darren?
For the top four tournaments in the tournament, it's always been 196, and I'm sitting at 197 right now. I'm going to try to get that 200 point range. I'm going to try to get that 200 points.
That's awesome. Now, I don't remember, did Dalton win 3 in a row a couple years ago? Not Dalton, I'm sorry, but
Kessler, wasn't it? Or is it?
Was it Jonathan might have won 3 in a row, or was it Darren?
3 years ago, I know Kessler was hot. I know he did at least 2. I don't know about 3, but I know that he did at least 2 in a row.
So I know there's a couple guys out there taking stats, so maybe they can post below as to whether that's the first time that's happened in one of our tournaments or not. So you have 8 top 10s in 2025, 3 wins, of course, in the third in a row, and you're the reigning angler of the year. So does that put a little bit of pressure on you every time you show up at one of our tournaments?
Yeah, it does. Well, like each tournament, if I place high, it kind of lowers the people that I'm going against. Then, like the second tournament, I kind of narrow it down. Like, all right, who's going to be my next competition? Who am I looking for? Third tournament, it kind of dwindles down a little bit more. And I just kind of like, all right, I just got to beat this person only. That's basically all I do.
Nice. So you're approaching it's almost a one-on-one tournament. I just got to finish ahead of them.
Yes. That's basically every tournament.
That's a good way to look at it. Great way to look at it. So other two guests are unique. It is the first father and son team that we've had, not only on the podcast, but to finish in the top 3 in one of the Southern Illinois Kayak Club tournaments. So that's really neat. So I'm anxious to learn more about you guys. So in second place, we had Nick Bryson, the youngest Bryson, with 90 and a half inches. So congratulations. That's fantastic.
Appreciate it.
And then you only inched out your old man by about an inch and 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches. So Jerry,
I'm going to celebrate it.
You're going to celebrate. So Jerry Bryson finished third with 88 inches. Thanks for joining us, Jerry.
Yep, I love it.
Did you have any idea you were going to get such a hard time from your son, though, over this?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we've been doing this a long time. We used to be in a boat club, and they waited at the weigh-ins to see who would win because whoever lost had to buy dinner.
Really? The two of you?
Funny. I bought a lot of dinner.
Oh, what a great way to do it, though. That's awesome. So have you guys done a lot of kayak tournaments?
I started over COVID just because it was the only thing to do. So I've done some online tournaments and stuff, but nothing. This is my 3rd year in the club, so there's nothing like this. Just but I'm familiar with the online format and the bump boards and stuff like that.
All right.
Nice.
What about you, Jerry?
That was my 7th tournament. I fished 4 last year and then the 3 this year, and I love it because I get to be in the front of the boat. I get to fish where I want to fish.
Yeah, you're in control 100%.
That's the best part about this.
Makes a big difference.
Yes, it does. You guys, and then, of course, I'd have to mention Doug Keys, who couldn't be with us tonight. He ended up with a Big Bass Award out of the tournament with an incredible 22.5-inch giant out of Cedar Lake. And that is a fantastic fish. But here's the deal, is like you guys were right on his heels. I mean, Dalton, you had a 21 3/4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Nick, you had a 21-inch, and then Joey, you had a 21 1/4. So you guys were not far behind him at all.
I caught mine with the first 20 minutes.
Oh,
that was the crazy part. I thought, man, this is going to be a great day. It was a great day. Tell
us how that fish ended up on the board.
Well, Nick and I always talk, and he says, I'm going this way and I'm going to fish like this. And all I throw is a chatterbait and a wacky worm. And so I was throwing the chatterbait into the grass. And where I was at, there was a stream that came into, and there was a sand bar, and he was right at the bottom of it. And he hit it so hard I didn't have to set the hook hard. It was one of the easier catches, except for he tied up underneath my propeller and had to pull him up through the hole to get him. But yeah, I was sweating bullets on that one. I thought, here I fought this fish. I've been losing fish. And so I caught this fish and I was so happy. Then I lost him. I went, where'd he go? Oh, he's right there.
Wow. So you have a pedal, you're using a pedal drive?
Yes, sir.
So you had to pop your pedal drive out?
Landed him
Pulled
through
him
the,
up with it, you know. Like, oh my gosh.
That within a
break.
Oh yeah, I'd be so paranoid that line was going to just snag one of those propeller fins.
It was crazy.
That's incredible. So, Dalton, what about your big fish? Do you remember the circumstances around that 21 and a 3/4 that you had?
Yeah, I remember basically everything happened on it. I was going to a spot. Someone was fishing my spot. It didn't mean anything. Then I'm like, all right, I know I've caught a 20+ inch in this big cove. I'm like, haven't caught a fish in this cove yet. I'm like, all right, I'm going to cast really far back in this cove. It was reeling slow. I stopped it for a second. Then I went to go reel again. All I felt was weight. So I set the hook hard on it. It's a chatterbait. Set the hook hard on it. And it felt like a log I set into it. And it just started going sideways. I'm like, well, this is either a real big bass or it's a carp. I really hope it's not a carp.
Snagged a carp.
Yeah, that was my fear. Then fought him for a couple 5 or 10 more seconds. Then I saw the flash. I'm like, okay, this is a good one. I probably fought him for a good minute. He got me into a brush underwater. I'm like, don't break off. Don't pull off. Don't do anything.
All that for nothing.
Yeah. Then I finally got him out of it, netted him. I was on top of the world because I know someone had a 21 1/4. Put him on the board. I'm like, all right, 21 3/4. Let's go. I got big bass. I'm like, if I get big bass, that works. But if I get beat by big bass, it better be like a monster bass. So I'm glad it was 22 and a half.
Yeah,
then,
it was a monster.
Yeah. Then when I was sitting there, I'm like, I'm gonna weigh him. I went to go grab my scale. Dead. I'm like, all right. I know Kendall is around the corner, so I called him. I'm like, hey, can I borrow your scale? And as I was on the phone with him, he catches a 20. It was either a 20 or a 20 and a half. I don't know which one it is. Yeah. So me and him had two pictures of a 20 and a half and a 21 3/4. And like the size difference between them two.
Yeah, I saw that on his Facebook. He posted on his Facebook.
Yeah, you could tell there was a major size difference.
Really?
That's where you guys got to release them together. You were right there next to each other.
Yeah.
That the video, he posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was really cool.
I have to find that.
Cool. Yeah.
Find that and add it here. That's awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, it was is it on Facebook? Okay. Yeah, I'll see if you can send it to me. So you guys had a fantastic days. Gosh, pretty healthy checks. That was a full field there at Cedar. We had a really good turnout. The conditions is what I thought was the toughest thing about the day. It was absolutely humid. There's 99% humidity, triple digit temperatures. So what did you guys have any strategy to deal with the heat, or did that affect you at all? Like it does. I don't know, Jerry. You look about the same age as I am. When you older you get, it's that heat that has a little different effect on you.
It was tough. I just kept dipping my hat into the water and letting it run down my back.
Yeah,
and that felt pretty good, you know. But I stayed out in the heat. I stayed out in the sun, you know, trying to fish the shade lines, and I just put up with it.
Yep.
Especially when you have a 21, you know, you're thinking, I got to be close. I got to keep grinding because I want, you know, you get that one right off the bat, and you're thinking, I need 4 more to go with this. You know, I might be good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you ended up here. Stringer had a 21 1/4 and a 20 1/4. So
15 minutes to go, I caught the 20 1/4.
Really, 15 minutes left in the tournament.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
That was a crazy one. I threw on a point, and he hit it hard. It was a wacky worm. He hit it hard. I mean, I hadn't had one hit hard like that all year. And he ran underneath the boat. And guess what I'm thinking? Oh, great.
Here we go again.
And this time he wrapped up in the depth finder. So
wow.
I just eased it up, and he was right there, and I grabbed him. And Kendall was right there, and I showed him, and he says, good job, man.
Dang.
It was crazy.
Well, that's incredible. So what are the other things you guys, when you encounter conditions like that, when it's so hot and sun's so bright? I mean, there was hardly any clouds in the sky that day. So what do you think of as an angler when you encounter those type of conditions in the middle of a summer in the Midwest?
I really try to get if I can help it, I try to get my limit early. I mean, and it seemed like the sun was up so quick this set, you know what I mean? I feel like it was 90 degrees by like 7 o'clock, you know, and so it was so hot. And so I just went, I fished the dam, both of them for a majority of my days, but I fished really shallow water really early in the morning before the sun got up. So I felt like I had like 30 minutes before the sun came up to do my damage. But that's what, I was really, I threw a buzzbait most of the morning, and that was really my like target. That was my focus, was to catch those fish before the sun got up, before it got real hot, because I just knew that they wouldn't be there. Those bigger fish wouldn't be there as the day went on. So I just targeted shallow water and just try to cover as much water as I can quickly, usually with the top water.
What about you, Dalton?
Kind of agree with Nick. Early in the morning, then after that, I just beat shade and go deep. That's basically what I did.
Now, Jerry, you say that
the 21 3/4, that one caught me off guard. I didn't know what to do after that because it was just really shallow in the cove. I'm like, there's no pattern.
Yeah. When it happens right off the bat like that too, you think that you could, I'll be able to do this all day. If they're hitting it like this, I'll be able to stick with this all day, and it just doesn't. I had all my fish by 7 a.m. and I think I maybe caught 2 more fish the rest of the day, and it had just shut off. And so I knew once I started to get uncomfortably hot, I was like, well, this is not like that cove that I started in, I think was 84 degrees. And by like 10, it was like 92. So it was like, I got to get out of here. I myself have to get out of here.
Yeah, I found water all the way from 85. I think 92 or 93 was the hottest water I found there in Cedar. It was tough.
They're just not there. They're not there in those shallow coves by the afternoon.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if you look at the tournament results, let's see real quick. Let me scroll down. We had 34 anglers, 3 with no fish, and he had to go down to all the way down. Looks like the top 17 anglers actually caught 5. So, from 18th to 34th did not have limits. And unfortunately, my name's down here at the bottom. I don't know why they did that. Down towards the bottom.
You'd have some pull.
Yeah, exactly. I got room for improvement. That's what I always keep telling people. I hate to be, somebody like Dalton who just keeps winning. It's just too much pressure. Way too much pressure.
That's the only guy you got to beat.
Who needs it?
All you got to do is beat Dalton.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm going to use his. That's my philosophy. Only I try to beat the guy next to you here.
Yeah.
That's the only guy I ever try to beat.
It's a battle within a battle within a battle. It's
Well, the question is, Jerry, where did you buy dinner at that night for Nick? Or is that debt still being unpaid?
He got lucky because we took our campers with us.
Yeah.
So it was. I think it rained all weekend, so I think we did burgers or something like that.
We were
but he got lucky
burgers, and we went to Culver's.
That's right. Yeah. So he did. He bought Culver's for it. Yeah. That's right. He made good on his word. He did.
Every time.
Oh, that's good.
Even when I win.
I'll say even when I don't win, he still buys dinners.
I still buy.
Where did you guys camp at while you were there?
We have found a nice campground in Marion called Marion Campground, and it's probably got 60 spots.
Look for that.
Here's the requisite. It's got to have clean bathrooms and showers, which it does. Then when you bring the family, you got to have laundry facilities.
Yep.
We don't rough it, okay?
I know what you mean.
There's no ramp cooking here.
Yeah. I stayed at State Park and slept in the back of my truck, and I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, we're too old for that. I'd like to
leave.
I actually tried to get a hotel. I had a hotel reserved. What was that, Nick?
We saw Lee and a couple others at the ramp on Friday, and it was like 94 degrees, and they just said, we're going to be here all night. I'm like, oh, bless you guys, man.
There's just no way. There's just no way.
Yeah.
I had a hotel reserved for the night before, and they literally called me a day before and said, hey, you got the reservation. We have no idea why they allowed you to make the reservation. We don't have a room. We're canceling your reservation. But that's the first time I had a hotel call me to cancel.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Because you didn't get there, and then they realized they made the mistake.
Well, they called me at 7:00 that night and said, where you at? You haven't showed up yet. I said, you called me and told me the reservation was canceled out of my campground. Yeah, the fun with lodging in tournaments.
Uh-huh.
So what state campground did you stay at?
Giant City.
Do they still have the lodge there?
You know what? I don't know.
They used to have a lodge.
The campground's kind of on. Yeah, I think they still do. The campground was quiet. It was actually not bad. If I would have had my 30-foot motorhome, I would have felt better about it.
Absolutely.
We have to do a special episode sometime on just how to overnight and ramps and how to travel for tournaments, because that's an entirely different challenge, I think.
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know that age thing? I can't do it.
More and more every year what you're talking about. then that's the thing, Dalton. Do you ever get any gruff from some of the older anglers, whether it be in boat tournaments or anything?
Every day.
You have a lot of success. Do you think anybody resents that success as a younger person?
I get a lot of crap from older people. That's for sure.
Do you really?
You get a lot of crap from Darren.
We know Darren gives you a hard time.
Yeah, I get a lot of crap. Like that episode, what was it, last year? Harassing Angler of the Year episode.
The Angler of the Year.
Yeah. Well, there's one episode.
That's a great example. Yeah, that was a great example. I'm the one that named it. So I thought, after I watched it before I edited, I'm like, well, you know what this is? This is basically us harassing Dalton.
Right.
So.
Yep. It was a great one.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
Yeah. So you guys had great success last week. And what events are you looking forward to coming up in the future? I know that actually tomorrow, which will be 26th of July, they're having a tournament I'm going to try to go to, but it's kind of a unexpected opportunity to have a tournament. So it's not something you can really plan for. What do you guys have downstream?
I'm looking forward to Pyramid. It's going to be really different. We have a lake. I don't know if you guys have. It's like a state park, kind of Kickapoo State Park, or I don't know if it's a state park, but there's 12 or 15 lakes that you can choose from here. Pyramid has 25, 28, whatever it is, and so I feel like that's going to be wild to see where everybody goes. What lake's going to produce, or if there's going to be more than one. Whatever the hot lake is. We've never been there before, so to go and kind of fish a place like that with so many options, it's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy.
I don't like Kickapoo here, and I don't like trip pits.
Yeah, I know Dalton's been on the water there a bit, haven't you, Dalton?
Yeah, I have. I have my lake.
You have your lake figured out?
Well, let me rephrase it. It's not really a lake. It's a pond, actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
How long a drag do you? How long?
It's only like 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, all right, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, but if you
I actually
see it, you're like, why is he even fishing this? There's no fish in it.
Yeah. Well, I was just reading just a couple of days ago about Pyramid, looking at some satellite photographs and everything. And one thing I read that said that basically the farther away from the road you get, the better off you're going to be to get to some of those little ponds. So that goes right along with what you're saying, Dalton.
Good to know.
I haven't decided if I'm going to make that one just yet. Don't know.
I'm looking forward to Newton. I really enjoy Newton.
Newton, one of the top 100, I think, in the United States, top 100 lakes.
I really enjoy. We had a guy one time, we were fishing there in a boat. He come up on us. I mean, he just came right up on us and says, "You mind if I fish this right here real quick?" And we were out in the middle of a cove, and he says, we're like, "Okay." And he says, "I just helped the Boy Scouts plant 100 of the Christmas trees and stuff.
Oh, gosh.
And I'll be dang if he didn't catch some bass off that." And then he threw me the pack of worms he was using and says, "This is what you use." And he left. He said, "I'm going to go check another one out." So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
He did not give me the coordinates for the rest of them.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how he helped the Boy Scouts.
You had to be there.
He was
yeah, right. Yeah, well, you're here. Yeah.
If you have the technology that a lot of people do today with the forward-facing sonar, it's not that difficult to find those brush piles anymore. Are any of you running forward-facing sonar, or are you just using down imaging?
Down inside.
Yeah. Okay. Me as well. And
I actually had a couple of guys at Cedar. I came around the corner from the dam, and they were pushed off, about 100 or so yards, and they were forward-facing a hill that was just off the bank. And a bunch of times, they kept wanting me to come over, like, "Well, you can tie up to our boat, and we'll show you where your bait's going," and stuff like that. And so I didn't tie up to him because I didn't know how that would be, but I planted my boat right next to him, and they would tell me when to throw, where to throw, and I was throwing a jig, and so they were watching it, and so they'd get kind of tickled. I couldn't see because their screen was over on their boat, and so they'd tell me, like, "Just wait. You got one looking right at it. Just wait." And they'd kind of nudge each other when like a fish would come close.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh man, I would love to be able to see what you're seeing."
Oh my God.
I didn't catch anything, but I never. That's what I told him. I was like, "Thanks. I've never had anything like that happen before, so appreciate it."
Yeah. I just don't want to stare at a screen anymore.
Yeah, and just to stare down at it and look. You know what I mean? And
other than the money, it's like, God, I really want one more screen in my face when I'm.
It's going to take me so long to get to know how to use this. To where
I feel like I'm not even scratching the surface of the unit I already have that has side imaging. So
exactly right.
It is interesting. I think it's been a while since we had someone that actually won a tournament here at SIK that won it because of forward-facing sonar. It's actually pretty, you have people that come on here and they'll say, well, I did use a little bit, this one fish or these two fish may have been a direct result, but nobody's just ever came on the podcast and said, you know what, without forward-facing sonar, I would not have placed in the top 3 or 4.
Kessler got 5th, and he said he forward-facing sonared all his fish with a white chatterbait.
Oh, really? Just targeting them.
He was telling us that. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed he was just out of the.
Mm-hmm. I really thought that was gonna win Cedar. If he had forward-facing sonar, I thought that was gonna win it.
Really?
Now, why is that?
The water's hotter. What Kessler's been saying on the group chat, I kind of figured it was gonna be deep, but then honestly, I thought Darren brush piles were gonna be great. And I called him later that day. I'm like, hey, how you doing? He's like, not good. I'm like, your brush piles did do anything? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, jeez. Or he could have just been lying the whole time to me. That was my mess here.
Psyching you out a little bit.
Yeah, kind of what he did at San Chris.
Yeah.
You're on your toes.
That's that mental game, right? It's not about just beating you on the water. It's that mental game a little bit.
Yeah, I was stressing out at San Chris when he got top 3.
Throw a little side punch there, like, oh, I got a real nice fish right there. Good luck to you, though. How many do you have?
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
How many do you have? Oh, man. It's the smallest little plant, and you just downslide.
It's funny how they tell you that, and you fish a little harder.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You wear yourself out, and you're thinking,
it's a little hotter. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Yeah. So you guys said Pyramid. Anything else you're looking forward to the rest of the year in particular?
I do like Newton. We always have a good time.
Newton's great.
Really
okay. Newton and Pyramid.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna stick to Pyramid.
Oh, I bet.
There's just so many options. I mean, I feel like whether it's us or whoever, I feel like someone's going to find some good quality fish. There's just too many options, man. And we're going to try and go down Thursday just because it's so many lakes. We don't even know which one we want to start at. And we want to at least have an idea of where we want to start and, and what the ramps look like even too, you know what I mean? Just it's in it. For me, I'm like a kind of a creature of habit. A couple days before I kind of start to stop eating and just kind of start to hone in. I just don't want stomach problems or have to go to the bathroom or anything to kind of ease the anxiety. So anytime I can just go, even if we're just looking at the lake, not necessarily fishing it, even if I can, what the moss is like or what the grass is like, any of that kind of starts to ease me a little bit.
Yeah, just putting eyes on it, just seeing the water clarity, that definitely helps in your tackle selection too, I think.
Yep.
I just stay with the wacky worm. That's my favorite. I just throw it.
I love what you said. You said, I throw a chatterbait and I throw a wacky worm.
Yep, and it's just a nice, simple, and I feel like I'm still learning it,
Yeah.
Nick's the one that got me putting weights in it to fish as Nico. I always just fished the weightless. And he says, try this. I'm like, oh, no, now I got another habit.
So what kind of plastic do you like?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
As long as it's something.
Is this something? Okay, so no particular brand or anything?
Nope. I don't like the Z-Man because it floats too much.
Oh, yeah, that's just so...
I'm the exact opposite. I've told Dad this before. When I fish my Nico, I use the full size Z-Man hula sticks because they float. When I put that nail weight in the bottom, I feel like it just floats so much slower, and they skip way easier. Not to mention that they're that Elastec. I mean, I could fish with one worm all day. It's a pain in the neck to get that worm weight in the weight because it's just supposed to shoot it back out because it's so rubbery. But once you get them in, I can set up maybe 3 and I won't even fish with, I'll just fish with the same one all day. I love those Z-Man ones.
Yeah, there's something to be said about that. The time factor plus the losing less gear.
Yeah.
A lot more cast.
It's the wacky or the Nico, however you want to throw it. I usually have a pretty tough time because the hooks are just different. Whether I use like an octopus hook or like a shorter shank, if I'm catching smaller fish, it's hard to keep them hooked. And so any advantage I can get to not tear up my worm or not to break off or to skip it and throw it off or, anything that's going to help me, I'm down for it.
Awesome. So are you guys looking at the, doing the qualifier for the new Bass Nation tournament coming up? I don't know if you saw that announcement in October.
I saw it. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I love our club that we have right now, and I think that's just about all I'm interested in right now. Just we got some good sticks, and if you can pick up anything from them, you're going to learn something. And I know there'll be some in that other club as well, but I like what we have here, and I don't like to change. I'll let Nick do it a few years before I go.
Test the water. Test the waters a little bit.
Yeah, I would. I feel like I said, I would like to be here more. I would just like to learn and get a little more consistent in this club first, and then I know that Susie and Josh fish in a a different club, Dalton. I don't know if you fish other ones too, but I would love to. I would love to kind of branch out a little bit, and just see what else there
It
is.
is different.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick any club to fish with, it would be Southern Illinois Kayak Club.
Yeah, I have to say that just the camaraderie ship is worth it. I mean, yeah, you might get lucky and take home a check. I guess it's not luck. I think Dalton's proven that.
Yeah, he's proven it.
I think wasn't it Kevin Van Dam that said that? He didn't. Was it him or who was that? Said that bass fishing is not luck.
That sounds like Kevin. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
like
I really have come to understand. I think that is absolutely correct. But well, guys, I am going to get up at 2:00 in the morning to go fishing, so I'm going to make this kind of a short episode.
Yeah, sure.
I want to thank everybody. Congratulations again, Dalton, on a fantastic performance. You should be very proud.
I have a quick question.
Okay, what's the question?
Do you guys have motors like Nick?
I do. I have one in the middle.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, this is gonna be like several times that a motor hasn't gotten top 3.
Good observation, Dalton.
Yeah, I have one in my center. Like, yeah, Dad's got the pedal drive where it goes, and I have one right there.
Is it called the Spider?
Mine?
Well, yeah. No, water snake.
Water snake. That's what it is. Yeah, it's a 15 pound.
I need to talk to James. I need to get that in.
Yeah. I think I'll eventually. I think I'd never fished a pedal drive, and I just think that I would. Maybe just the idea of going back and forth and not having to adjust so much, because I still use my paddle, and so there's times where I have my paddle on my lap and I'm adjusting with the motor and stuff like that. I use the motor for big long trips and stuff. I just think for me, I love the idea of being able to kind of backwards pedal my way out of a hole, or with a little less noise and stuff like that with the motor.
Overrated.
So the old guy.
He's the old guy.
Yeah. I think I would. I think eventually I will go to a pedal drive.
And I guess I didn't ask you guys. I know, Dalton, you're in your Vibe, right? Vibe Shearwater?
Yeah. Yep.
So what kind of boat are you in, Nick?
Wilderness Systems Recon 120.
Man, I've always heard great things about those.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Yeah. I do.
And Jerry, what are you in?
I have the same one, only I have the pedal drive.
Okay. Is that the Hobie type drive, the fin drive, or is it a rotary?
It's a Wilderness Recon.
Okay.
Propeller. Not
it's a propeller type drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nice. Very nice.
We both picked them up at the Indiana State Fair at the show last year in February. They had the big boat and camping and all outdoor show.
Yeah.
We went over there and paid our money, and I got to test mine in the little pool right there.
Yeah, I tested a few in that pool too. We were there last year as well.
That was really cool. I was appreciative of that.
Yeah.
It was like a newborn giraffe. It was awesome.
Had to pull me back a couple times.
Yeah.
If nobody's ever been at Indianapolis Sports Show, and it's in winter, it's incredible. It's hard to explain. I mean, everything from
that's
RVs.
Where we found our. We just bought a new camper, and that's where we first found it. Started looking at them at, and I think we waited a couple months, and finally we just didn't see another one that we didn't like, or that we didn't. We liked this one way better, and so we got our axe there, and I just ended up getting our camper there too. Nice.
Well, I'm looking at a 1-year-old camper in the driveway, and that's exactly what happened to us. We found the model we wanted there.
Yeah.
We didn't end up buying it there, but we saw the model we wanted and ended up buying one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really cool. And it's like 2 weeks long. It's got hunting, fishing, boating.
Right. Yep.
RVs. It's amazing.
It's a great show. It really is a great show. Scott Martin was there when we were there.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was on the tank flipping. That was really cool.
And then so was the Fluke Master.
The Fluke Master was there,
yeah. I actually talked to him quite a bit.
Yeah, he was there. He had his kayak there, and so he was showing. I mean, he had his 5 kayaks there, and they were, he had like all of his gear set up, so you could walk by and kind of see all his setups and stuff like that. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, when we were there, he did a safety seminar. We sat and watched him do a safety seminar, and I don't think I've ever published it yet, but he actually did a pretty good interview with me. He talked about at that time he had just won a Bassmaster event, and considered to sit down and do a little interview. So one of these days I'll get to edit it, get that up. So
listen to.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, all right, awesome. Well, guys, I want to congratulate everybody here, especially Dalton, for the 3rd run in a row. That is incredible. Says a lot about not only your smarts as an angler, but just perseverance. I mean, dealing with all the mental and the physical challenges you have to deal with, and then you're going 3 in a row. That's pretty incredible. And Nick and Jerry, that's awesome. You guys can razz each other for a long time over this one, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, we plan to. It's and Dalton, if you want in, just join in. I mean,
Yes.
we don't mind the harassment.
Whoever's
We
down
dish
that
it out.
day, yeah,
We
yeah.
dish it out. We can
Whoever's down,
take
you
it.
help do that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly right. You fit right in.
Thank you again, gentlemen.
Good luck tomorrow,
Appreciate
Jared.
it. Thank you. This was awesome.
Thank you.